Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the 90s Gamer right here in the Because We Network. Hope you're doing well today, and we continue our playthrough of Monkey Island 3, The Curse of Monkey Island, okay? And before we go ahead and get started, go check out becausemaybepodcast.com for our archives, go check out Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all the latest news, and don't forget to check out either Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podchaser, Pandora, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, Podbean, Amazon Music. That's where you find the 90s podcast. So Guybrush has just had a lucky escape, and he got accosted by Stan, who now sells life insurance, even though he was, buried. So, let's look at this crypt for a minute. He was buried alive until he found out that he was alive.
The Good Soup family crypt.
How do I open it? Can I open it?
It's locked.
It's locked pretty tight. Dang it. Okay. So let's go to the hotel. Let's do some things here real quick. Let's go to the hotel. And into the hotel itself. So one thing I don't like about this game is the speed of Guybrush's walking. He walks very, very slow. So let's go into the restaurant, into the hotel and restaurant, and...
Hi guys, I guess you'll be wondering how I came to be back from the dead. No questions for the dead guy come back to life? No questions like, is there life after death or is there a heaven? Will there be adequate parking? Fine, be that way. I wouldn't tell you about the hereafter if you begged me.
Oh, Guybrush, calm down. Let them go about their business. Alright, let's open this door. And we got a giant wheel of cheese. Let's look at this refrigerator magnet.
It's a big whoop souvenir magnet.
Pick it up. Let's look at the fridge. Can we open it?
I really don't want to know what's in there.
Okay. Okay. Let's look at this filing cabinet.
It's labeled Good Soup Family Records.
Can we take anything from there?
I'm sure it's just a bunch of legal stuff I couldn't hope to understand.
Let's look at this giant wheel of cheese.
Extended family size processed cheese food spread. I think this is the stuff they use to make nachos.
Can we pick it up?
I can't pick up that entire wheel of cheese.
So, what do we do? Well, let's go into our inventory, get a chisel, and chisel off some of the wheel. Ew. Alright, let's go back and head outside. So there's nothing we can do here. Let's see if we can... Let's examine the semi-authentic native mask. Can we take it?
The label on this mask reads product of Luxembourg. No.
So there is a rich, vibrant world in this game. They just don't want you to pick up anything. Which is not always a fun environment. Okay, let's see. Where are we going? There's a question, but let's go to this area right here. We haven't been to this area. Let's check it out.
Elaine looks like she's alright. Hang on, honey! I'm going to get you out of this mess! It doesn't look like she's hurt. Well, except for that whole turn to gold by a pirate curse thing.
So we found where Elaine is. That's cool. Let's check out this area. We haven't been here either.
Boy, it's windy up here. It concentrates the light into a beacon for wayward vessels. Makes a man proud.
Can I pick it up?
Luckily, I don't need to adjust it. There's a mirror now, but there's no light for it to reflect.
Okay, so something tells me that will be something that we have to handle later on. So let's get out of the lighthouse. Let's head to these strange lights.
This village is deserted, and yet it looks as if there's going to be a great feast. How curious. It's a table covered with different fruits and vegetables.
Let's pick some stuff up.
Well, I haven't got any use for this fruit.
Get rid of scurvy? I don't know.
It's a block of tofu as big as my head.
Okay, so what you want to do is you grab this tofu. Ew. Let's examine the giant idol.
It's a statue of Myron, god of parsley and other garnishes.
Can you pick it up?
No.
Alright, let's go to this small table right here. On this table, we find an auger and a measuring cup. Grab the measuring cup. And grab the auger. Let's head on up. Further on up the mountain. He looks familiar.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
A pirate, huh? Well, then you must realize the inherent danger in wandering into a village populated by cannibals.
You know, I can hold my breath underwater for 10 minutes.
I see. What if the water's boiling? Do you think you could last about 45 minutes? It's been so long since I've made any bouillon. How I did love bouillon. But we are no longer vicious and bloodthirsty cannibals.
No?
No. We underwent a paradigm shift in our belief system several years ago.
Paradigm shift? You don't say.
Paradigm shift. You don't say.
We decided we wanted to live a healthy cannibal lifestyle, completely cut back on our fatty missionary intake, and went vegetarian altogether. But there certainly was a time I would have eaten you. Young guy like you, not too much muscle.
Hey!
I'd probably marinate you in white wine for 45 minutes, dip you in a light corn batter, wrap you in banana leaves and bury you in a pit with 100 hot coals, let you roast overnight. Then I'd serve you on a bed of basmati rice with a garnish of shiitake mushrooms and shallots.
But not anymore, right? But not anymore, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right.
You look familiar somehow.
Perhaps it's because I look like a big lemon.
Oh, yeah. But it's more than that. We've met before. Back on Monkey Island.
Ah, Monkey Island. We had a nice village there. Rent-controlled huts close to the good schools. Those were the salad days, so to speak. Till they put in that darned carnival.
Carnival?
Yes, carnival. Just as soon as they put up the first tent, whoosh! The whole place becomes trendy. Sailors coming in at all times of the night. That awful music droning on and on. And to be honest with you, I think the Midway games are rigged.
Yeah.
At night, it wasn't safe for a cannibal to walk the island alone.
Aren't you afraid the volcano will destroy your village?
The volcano? Oh, no. Mount Acidophilus is completely harmless. We have curried favor with Sherman, the all-powerful god of the volcano.
The god of the volcano likes spicy foods?
Shut up, or I'll eat you.
Okay.
When we first landed on this island, the volcano god was most upset, belching out smoke, vomiting up lava. It was disgusting, really, and potentially hazardous. We knew we had to do something to pacify the volcano god, and we assumed a good sacrifice would do the trick.
A reasonable assumption.
But when we threw the sacrifice into the volcano, Mount Acidophilus erupted violently. We thought Sherman was upset at us, so we started making sacrifices every day. We tried everything: fish, poultry, livestock, phenylalanine.
The usual.
Then one day, we tried brie. There was a huge eruption that nearly killed us all.
What happened?
Sherman is lactose intolerant.
Ah, it all makes sense now.
Now, Sherman is on a very strict diet. He only gets fresh fruit, vegetables, and of course, soy products for the proteins so important to muscle building.
I'll, see you around.
Okay, so let's walk over here. Lots of exposition there. What we want to do is we want to use this auger with the block of tofu.
That looks like a mask.
And you use the tofu mask with Guybrush.
Ick.
Finally, you're here. Come on, we're late for the sacrifice.
god of the volcano who resides in Mount Acidopolis, accept this sacrifice we make unto you. In the form of flesh with high amounts of fiber and wholesome cellulose, free of all fat and trans fatty acids, so that it might nourish you and bring your favor upon our humble village, and not upset nor agitate your ulcerative caldera.
Okay, boys, toss him in. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you, and good night.
Okay, so we can't talk to these guys. We've talked to Lemonhead already. So what do? Well, we gotta upset the volcano. How do we do that? With a hunk of cheese. Because he's lactose intolerant. See?
You fool! You've given cheese to a lactose-intolerant volcano god. Do you know what that means? You brought about the coming of the divine dysentery. Run for your lives!
Okay, that's pretty cool. So the island looks a lot better now.
Wow, that was more spectacular than I'd hoped.
That is spectacular. Let's look at this idol.
It's an idol of Ricky, the helpful god of finger bowls.
Can we take him?
No.
Okay, fine then. So, volcano is now erupting. So that means the hotel is back to functioning order as a resort again. So yay, we did that for them. Now. Come on, Guybrush. Little skinny legs of yours, come on. All this walking, you should have calves like tree trunks. Alright. Let's examine the cooking pot.
It's a big, heavy-looking cast iron cooking pot.
Let's examine the barbecue.
Lava has really heated up the barbecue.
So, we use the rest of the cheese. Make a fondue. So let's examine it.
That melted cheese looks just like yellow tar.
Tar, you say? So let's pick up the cooking pot.
I guess I'll just drag this down to Haggis now. Here, Haggis. This stuff should work to patch up the ship.
Aye, laddie, indeed it should. The consistency of tar, but with a tangy pepper taste.
So, can I have your lotion now?
Aye, lad. Go ahead and take it.
So, we got the hand lotion. While they're still fixing the ship.
Those advertisements were no lie. It really is crystal clear.
Do we have a bottle? Okay. Alright, let's continue heading. Let's continue our mission. Alright, let's go back into the hotel. Alright, let's go talk to Madam Zima.
What's in the cards for me? Fame? Fortune? Romance?
Ah, very well. We will consult the cards. The process of reading the tarot is a very complex one. Each draw of the cards foretells an upcoming event in your life. When assembled, they will tell the story of your future. A future filled with twists and... Ah!
What is it? Is that a good... Ah?
It is death.
Well, in the tarot, death just means change, right? I mean, it's nothing to get worried about, right?
Sure, whatever you say. Now please go.
There must be some mistake. Read my tarot cards again.
Once again, it is death.
I'm feeling luckier. Give me another tarot reading.
The card says death.
Hit me.
Death?
How many of those cards do you have, anyway? How about giving me one more tarot reading?
This is evil work, Guybrush.
Just one more time for Guybrush. Let me guess. Death?
Leave this place.
Huh?
Demon! Demon!
Okay, so that's not good. 5 death cards in a row. I'm not sure there's that many in a tarot deck. Let's pick them up. We need them.
Look! A 3-headed monkey!
Ah! Then the prophecies were true. Where? I don't see anything.
Hey, must have run away.
This is a very bad omen.
Let's keep walking. That's one thing I love about this game is the callback to the original Monkey Island, and very little to Monkey Island 2. I like Monkey Island 2, but it wasn't as stretching the original, not as good as this one. Alright. So let's go through this door. Let's examine the wardrobe.
It's a really musty-smelling wardrobe.
Let's examine the nightstand.
Quaint.
And let's examine the bed.
It's a Murphy bed.
Oh, great. Let's get out of here before it kills us. Those of you who played The Sims 4 with Murphy beds will understand that reference. Let's go through this door. Okay, there's a nail up here. So let's hammer it in some more. Let's use the mallet with the nail. Uh-oh, something broke.
It's a bunch of old portraits of the Van Salad family.
Van Salad, you say? That's not good soup. Let's pick up this nail. And examine the portrait.
Minerva Stronheim Good Soup, Baroness of Borscht.
Alright, let's use this bed. There's a skeleton on the bed. Let's examine the
The
body.
Murphy bed is slammed up so many times it's made a hole in the wall.
That's always good. Alright, let's... this Murphy bed's gonna kick up, so let's use the coffin nails with the Murphy bed to keep it nailed to the floor.
I'm not sure if that's strong enough to hold it. I might need one more nail.
Oh, good job. We got one more nail. Isn't that right, Guybrush?
There. The bed has been nailed down. That ought to do it.
Let's examine the skeleton.
Wow. I'll bet his room charges are pretty hefty by now.
Let's grab this book. Let's read the book.
The Good Soups. A Life in Pictures by M.M. Good Soup.
Interesting. Alright. Now, we were told if we were to die, we'd end up in the Good Soup family crypt. But we didn't end up in the Good Soup family crypt. So we gotta find out why that is. So let's go talk to Good Soup again. Talk to Good Soup.
I thought if I died, I'd be buried with your aunt.
Well, isn't it obvious? You can't be buried in the Good Soup family crypt unless you're a member of the Good Soup family.
A member of the family, huh? Uncle Griswold, it's me! Don't you recognize me?
Recognize you? I've never seen you before in my life. What is your name?
Wonton.
Wonton?
I spent several years in the Orient.
I don't recall having any relatives.
An outdated term.
I could just talk about good soup history all day.
How about that first fateful journey made to the Caribbean?
Oh, you mean the one that Baron Salmon Bisque de Good Soup began in 1621?
Exactly. He landed on Scab Island with just a spoon and a dream. In just 4 short years, he had formed the largest chain of all soup restaurants in the Western Hemisphere. By 1635, he had driven the entire Van Salad family out of the Caribbean and had a restaurant empire that spanned the globe.
Actually, the Van Salads were not driven out until 1637, and the Good Soup chain of restaurants and resorts never did become popular in the South Pacific.
Yes, we are. Oh, all right. Whatever. Well, son, it looks like you were right. Welcome back to the glorious name of Good Soup.
I'm, honored.
And as a Good Soup, you're welcome to every benefit the name provides. Instant prestige around Blood Island, a 10% discount at any of the Good Soup resorts in the Caribbean, and, of course, medical, dental, and a 401k. And the best thing of all, if you should happen to drop dead, you will be buried in the extravagant Good Soup family crypt.
It's as if all my dreams have come true.
So, we gotta get into the Good Soup crypt. How do we do that? Let's drop dead. Let's talk to Good Soup.
I'd like a drink, please.
Coming right up.
Oh, but before we do that, let's ask him about the volcano.
The volcano has erupted!
Yes, I know. The Good Soup empire is saved. This is the happiest day of my life. Next to the day Grandpa invented the Stay Crispy and Soup oyster cracker.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Soon the resort will be flooded with tourists coming to see the volcano, and I can finally put on the show I was working on the last time we had guests.
What show is that?
Voulez-vous vichyssoise? A dramatic musical about a talented young Parisian soup chef who is cruelly taken down by the Paris culinary establishment for her revolutionary ideas about soup preparation.
I'm sure it'll be a big hit. I'm off to explore the rustic charms of Blood Island.
Can we pick up a brochure?
I've already got one. Any more would be stealing.
Okay, so we need to drop dead. How do we drop dead? Well, head be clear with the grog, and let's drink the spiked drink. Drink the spiked drink. We've dropped dead again.
Oh dear, he's had a sudden and completely unexpected relapse of death. And just as we were getting reacquainted, as his kinsman, it is my duty to give him a proper burial. It is my solemn vow. The late lamented wonton Good Soup shall be buried in the Good Soup family crypt.
All right.
Boom. We did it. We got in the Good Soup family crypt and we made it out alive. So, that's where we're going to leave it for this video. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to check out becausemaybepodcast.com. That's where you find all of our archives. Go check out Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for the latest news of what's going on in the Because Maybe Network. And don't forget to check out Amazon Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podchaser, Pandora, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, Podbean, and Amazon Music. Yes, I'm going to go and head away for a while now, and we'll be back in the Good Soup family crypt next episode. Take it easy, everybody. Bye.